For nearly 8 months, President Donald Trump has boasted that appointing Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court ranks high among his signature achievements. But earlier this year, Trump talked about rescinding Gorsuch's nomination, venting angrily to advisers after his Supreme Court pick was critical of the president's escalating attacks on the federal judiciary in private meetings with legislators. Trump, according to several people with knowledge of the discussions, was upset that Gorsuch had pointedly distanced himself from the president in a private February meeting with Sen. Richard Blumenthal, D-Con, telling the senator he found Trump's repeated attacks on the federal judiciary disheartening and demoralizing. The president worried that Gorsuch would not be loyal, one of the people said, and told aides that he was tempted to pull Gorsuch's nomination, and that he knew plenty of other judges who would want the job. It is unclear whether Trump's explosion, as another administration official described it, truly put Gorsuch's nomination in jeopardy or whether the president was expressing his frustration aloud, as he often does. But at the time, some in the White House and on Capitol Hill feared that Gorsuch's confirmation, which had been shaping up to be one of the clearest triumphs of Trump's tumultuous young presidency, was on the verge of going awry. This account is based on interviews with 11 people familiar with the episode, some of whom insisted on anonymity to discuss private deliberations. Trump was especially upset by what he viewed as Gorsuch's insufficient gratitude for a lifetime appointment to the nation's highest court, White House officials said. The judge sent the president a handwritten letter dated March 2, thanking him for the nomination and explaining how grateful he was, according to a copy obtained by the Washington Post. "Your address to Congress was magnificent," Gorsuch wrote. "And you were so kind to recognize Mrs. Scalia, remember the justice, and mention me. My teenage daughters were cheering the TV." The reference to the justice was to Antonin Scalia, the late justice whom Gorsuch replaced, and Mrs. Scalia is his widow, Maureen. Aides said Trump did not immediately receive the note, but it was retrieved by Legislative Affairs Director Mark Short and then viewed by Trump on March 10, helping ease his concerns. "As head of Legislative Affairs, our team was in charge of his nomination, and never did I view his nomination in jeopardy, nor did the president ever suggest to me that he wanted to pull him," Short said. The process obviously caused frustration, but that frustration was compounded by the fact that Gorsuch had sent him a personal letter that he never received. Gorsuch, through a spokeswoman, declined to comment. The president's nomination of Neil M. Gorsuch was among his first and most important accomplishments during his first year in office, and delivered on a major campaign promise, White House spokesman Raj Shah said in a statement. At no point did the president consider withdrawing Justice Gorsuch's nomination. He is very proud of the accomplishment.